Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope this video finds you well. If you're new here, hey, welcome. I'm Candice. I create beauty but primarily makeup content, and I dabble in a bit of discourse. Today I create this gorgeous cool toned glam featuring some new products, some of which I received in PR and some I picked up myself. I really do hope you enjoy this video, and without further ado, let's get into it. Enjoy. I just tried to do my brows, but I absolutely hated how they looked, so I'm starting again. My brows literally feel sore. Okay, so this is a Patrick Tar Major Brow Defining Pencil in the shade Soft Black. I'm going underneath here where I feel it needs defining. Essentially in the sparse areas, and then a little bit here as well, and then I'm brushing that in and seeing how I like that. And then in the tail I kind of just like to go back and forth and then use the other side, the spoolie, to work that in. So I never really go past this middle point here just because I feel like it looks kind of blocky in my opinion. I'm gonna brush the brows down, go across in a line. And then on the other side I'm gonna do the same. And then I'm basically gonna go in with this Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze Gel. I'm gonna demo on this brow. I'm literally just lightly going through the brow, like so. I don't want a very laminated look today. I'm sort of moving away from that. Like this. This is gonna dry, so it will not be as shiny. My brows really threw me off, but they look fine now. They'll have to do. Anyway, I'm just going in with this, well, I've done it on this brow already. Taking my Makeup by Ariel X Morphe A18 brush and this Hourglass Vanish Concealer in the shade Teak. I'm just taking a little bit on the back of my hand and I'm using that to conceal my underbrow. I always kind of start at the end of the brow, and it doesn't have to be dramatically sharp because I don't really like that look anymore. I'm not using a lot of concealer either. I feel like it just looks a bit more natural. And then just taking the rest of the concealer underneath like so. But I'm not actually taking that in a straight line. This is the Morphe M441 brush. I'm going to take whatever concealer's left on the back of your hand, which won't be a lot because I didn't take a lot. And you just basically furrow that into the beginning of the brow. Just like so. And you can also use it to blend the rest of that concealer. So I got gifted the products from Armani Beauty. Thank you so much. They gifted me some liquid eyeshadows, the foundation, a primer, 2 blushes, and some lipsticks, as well as a concealer. I would love to go in with the foundation, but I think I selected a color that was too light. Same with the concealer. I think I could finesse the concealer or just use this shade as a brightening shade, we'll see. But I am going to go in with a primer from them. This is the Luminous Silk Hydrating Primer. And it looks like this. It's like a peachy nude kind of colour. Okay, it smells... doesn't really have a smell, but it smells nice. And it does feel very hydrating. So just a bit more on my forehead. This actually feels really nice. I know that during winter my skin is typically drier in some areas, but I don't know what's in the air, but my hands are super dry And then so is like my nose. It was kind of peeling. Hopefully it doesn't do that underneath the makeup. I don't have a new color corrector, so I'm just going to go in with the Huda Beauty Full Filter color corrector in the shade Papaya. I've actually grown to really love this. I usually steer away from like stark orange color correctors, but as my hyperpigmentation is this dark, and it's not fading, well, it's not going to fade right now, is it? So for the meantime, I do definitely always have to color correct. Going in with this Sephora 47 brush. I've learnt my lesson from last time because I used way too much. Tap in the same area that I've applied it to maximize coverage and to avoid it moving around. Now that that's all done, we're going to go on to our foundation. Now this isn't necessarily a new foundation, but it is a new combination. I don't think I tried it on this channel. You guys know that I love the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear in the shade Macao. However, Macao is too dark, especially when I go outside, and it doesn't make sense for the rest of my body. I've always known that it's slightly darker than me. So I actually picked up another shade. I picked up the shade Moorea or Moorea. We're going to mix these two together. I basically almost use equal parts. So if I'm going to use 1 pump of Macao, I'm going to use 1 pump of this. Okay, and this is what we're left with. And I'm just going to apply that. You'll notice that it basically matches the unhyperpigmented areas of my face. I'm just very much over using a foundation that is much darker than my skin tone. It just never really looks... It never looks right with the rest of my face, and it makes me look darker than I actually am. My hyperpigmentation makes me look darker than I am, and I can't wait for it to just be gone already. I feel like I'm always talking about it because it is such a big thing for me, like struggling with it for so long, like crazy. But it is also extremely consuming and taxing. You guys know how much I love the Makeup by Mario F4 brush. I actually bought another one. Got it here. I love this brush so much, and I kept like going back and forth. Should we buy a new one? Should we buy another one? And I was just like, you know what, buy the brush, like, please. I don't reach for any other brush for this reason. Oh, the fresh brush feel. Ooh, too good. I don't reach for any other brush. This brush is just so good. It blends like no other. This is what we look like. I feel like it looks very mad. We do a little check, you know, my ears. That yeah, it matches, please. Neck downwards, it matches. I don't have a new cream bronzer, so I'm just going to use what I have. I haven't used this in a while. This is the Nars Laguna Bronzing Cream in the shade Laguna 4. Got this Morphe V108 that I'm going to use with this as well. I used to be obsessed with this. So, ooh, I forgot how pigmented it is. Let me just quickly blend this out. Actually right here, and we're taking it into our brows, just like so, and down the nose as well. This looks so yummy. I haven't got a new liquid blush. Okay, so I've used these before, you've seen them on here before. I've got these Rare Beauty liquid blushes. I've got the shade Joy and I've got the shade Lucky, and I'm going to mix them together. I've got about that much. So this is Joy and this is Lucky. Just mixing them together. And then we're left with this colour. I don't know, it's like a corally pink, basically. This is an Hourglass brush. I think this is the Ambient Lighting Edit brush. And I'm literally just gonna wet that onto the bristles of my brush. I probably use too much. Just like so. And then really like take it up underneath my eye. This looks so pretty. And I'm just gonna go like this. Our nose, chin. A little bit here. A little bit here, and really blend it underneath the eye like so. Same thing over here. Dry lips, dry lips, dry lips. Nobody wants dry lips. This is the Summer Fridays lip butter balm in the shade Pink Sugar. Love it. I forgot how gorgeous that combination is. Too good. And then we can go back in with the brush that we used for bronze tool. And we're just really gonna push that in. I must say, I actually really like this primer. Everything is laying so beautifully on top. No pilling, no nothing. Like, this is really nice. Armani also gifted me a multi-purpose glow concealer. This is in the shade 7.5. I'm just not too sure about it because I just feel like it's really light. A bit too light for me. I don't know. Let me blend it out, see what it says. House Labs concealer brush. Oh no, that's too light. Get that off me now. I think I'm going to use that as a brightening shade, but I am going to go in with an oldie but a goodie. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Magic Touch Concealer in the shade 14. I'm going to use my Hourglass Vanish Concealer brush. I think I'm actually going to let that dry first. This is the Mwah fan. Lucky Tutorials. Gonna fan it out. The fan has died. Oh, I forgot this dries really quickly. Oh my gosh. Anyway. Yep. It dries very quickly. Like so. I love this concealer because it's like a proper full coverage concealer. I don't know why, but when I film and do my makeup, it takes me so long. It takes me long to do my makeup anyway because I like to sit down and take my good time. Going back in with another brush. No excess product, just simply what is left on the brush. Yeah, like so. Literally go back in with your brush. I always do this. I lay my contour down, but then when the time comes, I just don't really care because I know that I'm going to go over it with powder anyway. So it's like there's just no point. The product I actually bought with my own money, or rather the points that I'd accumulated on my Cult Beauty account. This is the new Huda Beauty Peach Pie Powder. As you can see, I got the Baby Bake because I was like, I'm not too sure if I'm gonna like this because it is a peach undertone. But from what I've seen, it is basically almost like a translucent powder with a peach undertone. It's not super peach. I'm excited to try this. You guys know that I normally use the shade Banana Bread. This is the shade Peach Pie, and then this is Banana Bread. So this is what they look like together. By the time I post this, I should have posted my TikTok review, so you will be able to see the powder a bit more clearly, hopefully, in that video. This peach is almost like a salmony, it's like a flesh tone kind of peach. It is not like a deep peach. Going in with our trigger powder puff like we normally do, I'm literally the only annoying thing about the mini is that the lid looks like this, which is good for like when you're like out and about traveling. But I'm gonna have to essentially put this in the middle of my hand. I'm pleasantly surprised. Of course, you've got the iconic blur that this powder gives you. You can definitely see like the peachy undertone, but it isn't like shocking. I don't know why I expected it to look extremely peach, and so I feel like it looks natural. One more layer just to see. It definitely looks peach. You can definitely see that peach undertone, but it actually suits my skin tone very well, and it looks really nice with that blush. Like, it seamlessly blends, and I feel like I was worried that I'd only be able to set like my under eye with this, so I'm gonna go ahead and like put a bit more on my forehead because I think I could actually set my forehead with this and it wouldn't look crazy. Actually does look nice on my forehead as well. I think the blush also makes that peachiness pop out a bit more. I'm going to go ahead and bake with this powder. I think it will look nice. Like so. And then just like, oh. Okay, just like so. Just set the other eye. I'm pleasantly surprised, but I actually really do like this color in me, and I think I will definitely reach for this and use it because I have so many other powders. It probably made more sense for me to get the Baby Bake anyway. This is the Nars matte bronzer in the shade Qirumba. This is super pigmented. You don't need a lot. I'm gonna use the same here as well, and then some here. Do you see how that blush is still peeking through? Pigment on those blushes are crazy. I'm taking this One Size foundation powder in the shade Dark 2N, and I'm taking this powder brush from Hourglass. Just taking that over the areas where we've laid down our foundation. Like so. And then a bit on the forehead over here. Just gonna take a little bit literally right here, just to mattify the area kind of. I think I'm actually going to use that Giorgio Armani concealer, but I think I'm going to use it as an eye base because it is lighter. Put a little bit here and a little bit here, and I'm tapping that all over the lid like so, and we can take it higher, but I'm most concerned with it over here. And then whatever's left on here, I'm just gonna pat that down a little bit, just like so. Time for eyeshadow. I haven't done eyeshadow in such a long time. Clues in the top, we're going for a cool tone look today. Anastasia Beverly Hills also gifted me this Sultry palette. This is what it looks like. I love this brown. So yummy. These are the shades inside. Basically gonna mix the black and the grey together to get a dark grey. So I'm just going to put some bronzer in my crease first because that's what I literally always do. I'm using a Morphe V204 to do so. So a little bit of that bronzer from before, fluffing that into our crease. Doesn't have to be precise, it just needs to blend. So I always use bronzer or a warm brown as my transition shade, even if it is a cool tone eyeshadow. Do you see the difference? You should be able to see the difference. Make sure that there's no harsh lines. I'm just taking this Morphe V205 brush, and we're basically mixing the grey and the black together, and then check on the back of your hand if you're happy with that color, and we're literally just gonna tap that on our lid like so, like actually like this. And you can go in a little outward motion, go on top with the grey if it is too dark, and you can like kind of smoke it out a little bit. Use the same brush and buff it out. I'm trying to figure out if I want to go a little bit past my crease. I think I'll just blend it higher. Just like so. I'm gonna take a bit of concealer. Just gonna put like maybe that much over here. And what that is gonna do is allow us to basically create a spotlight. You know when you've been doing your makeup for so long and you're getting to that point of like irritation? I am there. So basically this is the Makeup by Ariel X Morphe A20 brush. So let's go in with this color. Okay, this is what I was talking about. Alright, there it is. I basically went in with this shade here on this side, so I'm going to do the same on the other side and hopefully it works. There you go. Thank you, Jesus. Off camera, I quickly went in and I smoked out my bottom lash line using that dark grey shade that we created, and also bronzer underneath that. I think I'm just going to use this Wet n Wild liner. Let's see if this works. Yeah, this actually looks very black. Taking this P. Louise 122 brush, I'm going to get that black eyeshadow from the palette. I'm just going to use that right underneath. So that there's sort of a transition between that liner and the smoked out shadow. That is a dramatic difference, but it still looks really nice. This is a lot smokier than I intended it to be, but it's whatever. Same thing up here. I just quickly went in on my top lashes with this Fenty Beauty Hella Thick Mascara. This was also gifted to me. Makeup by Ariel X Morphe A14 brush, and we're literally just, we're pushing in that powder. Just like so. Not wiping it away, we're literally just pushing it in. And this looks so nice. Taking my bronzer brush and I'm going on the sides, just so we have some colour in that area. I think for powder blush, I'm going to go in with this Armani blush. This is the Luminous Silk Glow Blush in the shade 52 Ecstasy. Love the packaging. Look at that gorgeous pink. I'm going to use the other end of this Hourglass brush. Just bringing it right here. This brush disperses powder a lot, so I'm not trying to use too much at one time because I don't want to ruin this gorgeous look. This is the Sephora Collection Colourful Blush in the shade Fascinated. This is orange. Going in with this Hourglass Veil Soft Focus Setting Spray. I know it says setting spray, but I wouldn't really treat it as such. Don't need that much. Whilst the glue on my lashes dry, I think I'm going to go in with this Charlotte Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. I was worried it was going to shift the appearance of the powder. which would make that review redundant. I'm only using a little bit of it anyway. So yeah, it didn't shift anything. The Charlotte Tilbury powder is basically translucent anyway, so I wasn't really expecting it to. I'm just going to quickly go over here just so that everything is nice and matte underneath my brows. I quickly went in with these Lily lashes in the style Rome. These were gifted to me. I really do like them. I already showed you guys my everyday routine and how I'd actually do my makeup, but this is like full glam, like, you know, we're going big. Then I also lined my lips off camera just to make things easier and quicker using the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liner in the shade Malt. Speaking of Anastasia Beverly Hills, they sent me their new lip velvets. These are the shades. This is so cute, by the way. The packaging is so cute. So this is in the shade Peachy Nude. Okay, this is it. Why does it look like that? Just any brush really at this point. This is the final look. This is how everything came out. I do apologize for rushing at the end. My camera basically ran out of storage. I'm super proud of myself. I love how this turned out, even though it took a turn in terms of how smoky the eyes went. So that brings me to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share and all that good stuff. Don't forget to follow me on the rest of my socials so that you're up to date with the content that I post elsewhere. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one, but until then, take care. Bye. Mwah.